Mildred has memories. She will have memories of the womb before she dies, the mother's womb. She is now 4 or 5 already and has recently been given a big waxen dolly. Fully clothed, complete outfit. Shoes, socks, undies, complete set, frilly frock, gloves. White mesh. A little straw hat with a chin elastic. Pearly necklace. A little picture book with legends in real print to go under her arm when she takes her walk. China blue eyes that open and shut. The sun was not well up when Millie rose, descended the steep, slipped on her nightgown, descended all alone the steep wooden stairs, backward on all 4s, though she had been forbidden to do so, entered the tiptoed down the silent passage, entered the nursery, and began to undress Dolly. Crept under the table and began to undress Dolly, scolding her the while. Suddenly, a mouse. Gently, Winnie. Willie? Willie! Oh, well, what does it matter? That is what I always say. So long as one, what is that wonderful line? Laughing wild, something, something, laughing wild amidst severest woe. And now? Ah, yes. I close my eyes. And I'm sitting on his knees again. In the back garden at Borough Green. Under the horse beech. Oh, the happy memories. If only. What are those exquisite lines? Go forget me, why should something o'er that something shadow fling? Go forget me, why should sorrow brightly smile? Go forget me, never hear me sweetly smile? Brightly sing. Help! Willie! No? Suddenly, a mouse. Suddenly, a mouse ran up her little thigh, and Mildred, dropping Dolly in her fright, began to scream. Ah! And screamed and screamed. Ah! Ah! Screamed and screamed and screamed and screamed, till all came running in their night attire. Papa, Bibby, and old Annie, to see what was the matter. What on earth could possibly be the matter? Too late. Too late. Willie? I did all he desired. I desired it too, for him. Whenever he desired something, so did I. He only had to say what thing. When he didn't desire anything, neither did I. In this way, I didn't live without desires. If he had desired something for me, I would have desired it too. Happiness, for example, or fame. I only had the desire he manifested, but he must have manifested them all his desires and needs. When he was silent, he must have been like me. I cannot have been more than 6 when he took me by the hand. It was the left hand. To be on the right was more than he could bear. We advanced side by side, hand in hand. 1 pair of gloves was enough. The free or outer hands hung bare. He did not like the feel against his skin, the skin of another, yet he sometimes took off his gloves. Then I had to take off mine. We would cover, in this way, 100 yards or so, linked by our bare extremities, seldom more. That was enough for him. If the question were put to me, I would say that odd hands are ill-fitted for intimacy. Mine never felt at home in his. Sometimes they let each other go. The clasp loosened and they fell apart. Whole minutes often passed before they clasped again, before his clasped mine again. I see the flowers at my feet, and it's the others I see. Those we trod down with equal step. It is true, they are the same. He sometimes halted without saying anything. Either he had finally nothing to say, or while having something to say, he finally decided not to say it. I bowed down, as usual, to save him having to repeat himself, and we remained in this position, bent double, heads touching, silent, hand in hand, while all about us fast on one another. The minutes flew. Sooner or later, his foot broke away from the flowers, and we moved on, perhaps only to halt again after a few steps, so that he might say at last what was in his heart, or decide not to say it again. He loved to climb, and therefore I too. He clamored for the steepest slopes. His human frame broke down into 2 equal segments. This thanks to the shortcoming of the lower by the sagging knees. On a gradient of 1 in 1, his hand swept the ground. To what this taste was due, I cannot say. To love of the earth and the flower's 1,000 scents and hues, or to cruder imperatives of an anatomical nature. He never raised the question. The crest once reached, alas, the going down again. In order, from time to time, to enjoy the sky, he resorted to a little round mirror. Having misted it with his breath and polished it on his calves, he looked in it for the constellations. I have it, he exclaimed, referring to the lyre or the swan. And after, he added that the sky looked much the same. It is then I shall have lived, then or never, 10 years at the very least. If the question were put to me, suitably framed, I would say, yes, indeed, the end of this long outing was my life. Say the last 7,000 miles, counting from the day when, alluding for the first time to his infirmity, he said he thought it had reached its peak, to the day of my supposed disgrace. I can see the place a step short of the crest. On the contrary, it was on the flat, in a great calm. If I had looked back, I would have seen him in the place where I had left him. Some trifle would have shown me my mistake, if mistake there had been. In the years that followed, I did not exclude the possibility of finding him again, in the place where I had left him, if not elsewhere, or by hearing him call me. At the same time, telling myself he was on his last leg. But I did not count on it unduly, for I hardly raised my eyes from the flowers, and his voice was spent. And as if that were not enough, I kept telling myself he was on his last legs. So it did not take me long to stop counting on it altogether. Night, as long as day, in this endless equinox. It falls, and we go on. Before dawn, we are gone. Attitude at rest, wedged together, bent in 3. I on the outside, we turn over as one man. When he manifests the desire, I can feel him at night, pressed against me with all his twisted length. It was less a matter of sleeping than of lying down, for we walked in a half-sleep. With his upper hand, he held and touched me where he wished. The other was twined in my hair. He murmured of things that for him were no more, and for me could not have been. The wind in the overground stems, the shade and shelter of the forest.